Yo, welcome to the Nightcap. Drink, discuss, and talk about the hottest topics affecting us today. I'm the boy Kale's in the building, and my partner in crime, let them know who you is, man.
Boy Will, it's your boy Will. We in the Nightcap second episode, my man. I thank y'all for joining in, who all coming in and build with us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to get it right for everybody. Hopefully we can help build and discuss some things that help us all grow with this conversation. We here to discuss the most difficult things that we can at times, but it's hard to do. So with that being the case, Kills, I'm gonna let you kick it off, man. How you feel about being black in America?
Nah, you asking me that today? Oh man, I feel persecuted right now, right? No, for real though, on some real shit. Being black in America is something serious that we have to look at. Especially in light of what just happened in Minnesota with the officer just basically strangling the innocent black man. And he was cuffed up. He didn't really have to do it. You know. Now you got a man that just lost his life really for no reason at all, just because the officer wanted to be overly aggressive. Uh, just points to the and no one really say anything. And I'm just feeling just fact because of this virus and everything, we don't have anything else to look at. This gets more attention as well. Or not. Being black in America, basically facing facing the realization of that you got to deal with this systematic enslavement and racism on a daily basis or whatnot. Some to the likes of no other race have to really deal with. So it's hard, and we here to discuss it, man.
Yeah,
What's
man.
the meaning to you?
It's tough, bro. Like, watching the video, I ain't even really want to watch it at first, man. Like, I kind of held off and just was a little reserved on it because, like, it's traumatic, bro. Like, we see enough of it over and over and over again. Like, growing up is always was kind of leery to me. Like, we always watch out for the police when we go out places. We
Mm-hmm.
always looking and turning, watching our back for the police. Like, you already got to worry about cats in the street and just reckless stuff. Like, you also got to worry about the police. And it's just like, it's a shame, man, for people who goes to serve and protect. We know a few good cops, and that's a shame to say within like the whole scope of like police and policing and like law enforcement. Like I can say that I know a good few, but like compared to the ones that I've dealt with, that's a small number, bro. And it's ridiculous. Like you look at the statistics, and they talk about like we 3 times more likely to get killed by a police officer. Like that's just
Mm-hmm.
crazy, man. I don't know. I
Yeah.
got all girls, but still now, like back in the day when we was growing up, they was just killing us. Now they
Yeah.
killing the girls
They
too.
don't care. They don't care about the race. They don't care about the gender no more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. So
But
it's like it's so many names, bro, and it's just like, man, you want to give props and respect to everybody that passed away, but it's just like, bro, you gonna run out of memory, like that. Your memory card gonna be full trying to keep up with all the names that's coming with this, and it's crazy that we don't think for like policy, like
yeah, but it's not so much as policy. I mean, first, just what about just the punishment? First off,
yeah,
just the fact that they are police officers. It's gonna be hard to prosecute them. I would prefer that they just apply the letter of the law the same way you apply it to us or anybody else. If it was 4 black people robbing a liquor store, whatnot, or robbing whatever store or whatnot, and somebody in the midst of that got shot and killed, they gonna charge all 4 of them with murder, every last one of them. So why they won't do that for these officers? Now they're gonna do a cop out and try to get one of them, and he might get prosecuted or whatnot. But what about the other 3? I'm not happy, me personally, with them just losing their jobs. I want the same prosecution that they would do with the same kind of I want them to do exactly what they would do if the situation was reversed, or if it was another situation. They would charge all of them with the same crime, not get everybody's individual story and charge them accordingly, which sometimes what you should do, but they do a blanket prosecution. So do a blanket prosecution in this same case.
man, you real. Like everything you said was total truth right there. I just I got a little distracted looking in. Want to thank everybody that's joining in, man. We got Kenny to say what's up.
What up?
Daniel, what up, Daniel? We see you out there, baby.
What up, bro?
Kenny had a dope comment though. Kenny said that that press conference was weak, and I agree. The mayor, like he tried, bro. He
Yeah,
tried. That's about all he did. He tried, bro. He tried to sell it, but it's like,
yeah.
man,
I mean, but you can't sit there and say that. I like what Kenny was saying, but
mhm.
I think you can't sit there and say that it was disingenuous. It may have. White people express themselves differently than we do. But the thing that's disingenuous is the fact that this guy had already had 17 complaints against him and was still allowed to enforce the law, quote unquote, or whatnot. So this guy's life could have been saved had you just done what you're supposed to have been doing from the get-go.
And that's why I don't feel when the cat talking about it in the aftermath. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he coming in later now talking about like this and that and like talking about prosecuting and everything. It's like, bro, like we know these things to be true, like we do, but it's like now more people seeing, and it's crazy that so many people got to be like sacrificial lambs for us to really progress. And it's like, you know, it's tough, bro. Like them looting and stuff like that. My only thing is I just hope like if they looting and they burning down stuff, like just target where you want to go, not the store target. I don't care about target the store, but like target the people, the buildings, the government establishments. Like hit them where it hurt, bro. Like, and if you're gonna do it, man, it's tough because we got kids. So if I was young and I ain't had no kids, bro, it's not even a question, bro. It's like you fed up, you mad.
Yeah, he is mad, but you don't want to use this as an opportunity to do two wrongs don't make it right. Let's put it like that. To be going out and showing them exactly and playing to the stereotype of exactly what they think of us, right?
That's why I say like most things is rooted in policy. You know what I mean?
It is rooted in policy, but that don't give us a right to go out and loot stores and burn down stuff in our own neighborhoods. No, they laughing at us right now.
Yeah,
they laughing at us. Come on, because we do this all the time.
Yeah, I think the bogus thing, like you said, is in our neighborhood, and it's like, man, I hate to see ill will come on a person or anybody else that's out there, you know, business establishments like that. But sometimes, man, you gotta cause ruckus. And I know this country ain't talking. This country is known to cause ruckus when they don't like some stuff. So it's just like we don't do our fact check on history and see like how they played stuff over the years. Like you look at like the Boston Tea Party, like that was a revolt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they celebrate that. Like they celebrate that revolt, but they get mad at our revolts. But I don't know, man. It becomes too much after a while, man.
It does. It does, but only thing we could do is just keep going. Or we're not. You know, Martin Luther King had a powerful I don't say quote, but a story that he told to Harry Belafonte one day. Well, a couple months before he died, just basically saying that I'm integrating my people into a burning house, right? You know, and that's just powerful because this is coming from the leader of, you know what I'm saying, who we all hold to be true as the nonviolent, you know, Messiah. I don't know how we want to call it, you know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King is the man or not. But when for him to say that, after everything he's been trying to fight for as far as integration and everything, for him to say that, which is particularly powerful, and it translates to it translates to the same issues that we have in today or whatnot. So what you would have asked MLK back in the day was, hey, what are we going to do about it if we integrate into a burning house? Hey, we become the firemen. He said we become the firemen and we make sure we put the fire out or whatnot. And that's the basis of what we need as far as change. We can't sit there and just let the fire burn and look at it. We need to be trying to play policies to put the fire out. So when we do integrate the way we're supposed to, or we're not.
Yeah, but I don't even want to integrate. I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like I don't even think it's a need for that. Like this is America. Like you should be able to live how you want to. And I think integration hurt Black folks. Like you go back to a time, man, where like Black folks was allowed to just go off and do their own thing and how they own. We was a lot more successful and we was a lot more prominent to like the integration part. Like we were still fighting for it. Like even after the government forced people to let us integrate, we still had to fight and deal with the conditioning from these people. Like that's traumatic, bro. Look how traumatic it is for us when we walk down the street and we turn our back all the time. We ain't gonna shake that for the rest of our lives, right? So if people raised with like racist tendencies, bro, and like this is like the whole thing that they get growing up, it's gonna be hard. Some of them ain't gonna shake it for life, bro. Like straight up.
Yeah, but what I mean by integrate, it's not on us to integrate, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not about integration. Was never about us or we're not. It's about telling them that we already deserve to be there. We already know that we deserve to be doing the things that we be doing. We know we deserve to sit at the lunch counter. We know that we deserve not to be brutalized by the police. We know all this already. It's about telling them that they shouldn't be doing this to us. Having them put policies in place to police themselves. The things that we already know is done and true. or not. Those policies are for them or not.
Yeah.
You should not treat people this way. It's a human decent right
Yeah.
or not. You know,
But
so
you already, you like you just said, human. That's a key word when
that's
you talking
that's the
about
whole
black.
thing.
You talking about black folks and going back in history. You know what I mean? Not having rights. You know what I'm saying? But
That's the
um,
whole thing. It ties back to today about just being black in America or not. You
but it's
know,
like,
we can't
bro,
stand by and just watch the house burn. We need
bro,
to be putting fire out.
I think, and it's another realization we got to look at. Like, how long was we dealing with that? Like 400 years. You know, that's what estimates say, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long we been out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect nobody to flip like that. So like, you gotta have certain things that's just set in law and certain things that's set in stone that protects people of color. Because we already had so much stuff against us. But your politicians and them, they ain't talking about that, bro. Like, they
Because
don't
we're not
talk
making them
about that.
talk about it. Or we're not.
Exactly. So I don't know. We kind of segued into the next subject, but that's cool. We can dip back and forth. It's all good. But you know, they don't come out and really have anything really for us. They promise us stuff to like pander us, and that's why I
Mm-hmm.
made the topic be pandering as Democrats because that's
Mm-hmm.
what they do, bro. Like, it's offensive, bro. Like, I hate it. Like, whenever I hear them come out and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna pick somebody black," that's just as worse as them saying, "I got a black friend." Like,
Mm-hmm.
if we mad at them saying, "Hey, I got a black friend," that's just as worse as that. Like, bro, just pick accordingly. We'll see it in your actions. I don't need to hear you talk about it. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't want you to win an election and then bring people of color on. You ain't got no connection with people of color at that point. You just hiring some people. It's like some Ben Carson shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if you riding with a person, you let road dog all the way through, I'm with you. And that was my one criticism of Biden, bro. It was like, Obama brought Dude home towards the end of his election to really have that, you know what I mean? That's like that.
That white vote.
Exactly.
That was the see. It's funny you should say that because it was crazy because when I heard that he picked Joe Biden, of course, I didn't know who Joe Biden was until we did research into him or whatnot. But he picked Obama was already cool. He had the black vote because we, as a people, would never seen or never thought that we would ever see a black president. But to get that white vote to secure it, put it like that, because this is like let's not get confused. There's a lot of white people love Obama. You know what I'm saying? So,
But there was a lot of them that was
but it's a lot of them that was confused. It was a lot of them that was on the fence or whatnot. So you pick a white person just to get them like, okay, I don't feel comfortable voting for a black person on the ticket. I really don't feel comfortable voting for two black people on the ticket. So what you do, you pander, you know,
right.
ticket and you put that white person on there.
Right.
Enter Joe Biden. And again, this is happening again. Enter Joe Biden. I feel like he was politically chosen for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just
insane,
hard.
though.
I get that Hillary Clinton feel with Joe Biden. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
exactly what it is, bro. It's more the
That's
system.
just me.
And it's crazy, like you had the voice of the youth, and it's like you want the youth to vote. You seen their movement, and they was all talking about Bernie. It's like at a certain point, I'm an older, we getting older. So like younger generation, certain stuff, we gotta slide and understand and be mature enough to say, okay, I ain't gonna have it all my way, but that's what y'all want. And by giving that to y'all, we gonna be able to move forward. I'm running with it because it ain't that big of a deal to just have it my way. And I think so many old folks was afraid of Bernie Sanders. Like
That's what it is. That's what it is. To the point where how you fighting within your own party about things that should be relevant and things that are not only important to black people but relevant to all races or whatnot. Bernie to me was talking about was relevant to everybody that's poor or whatnot or who's struggling to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it was kind of crazy, but the powers that be don't like that or whatnot.
right.
So that's
I
that.
don't know.
that,
And
that
I
point.
just gotta be real, man. It's funny that like if you share like a person's worldview, then it's typically like it's like a popularity contest. So I'm gonna side with him. I think a lot of people start off with the fact that Bernie was a Jew. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when people hear that, bro, it's like it's a clinch or whatever. But
I don't even know it was that. I just think that could be, but I just think
name me
the
one.
the, the ideas that he's saying.
Let me hold you right there. And I'm gonna ask you this, right?
Okay.
Name me one president that we had that wasn't Christian within our time era.
Yeah, I get that.
What do you think about them or somebody? You think somebody voting for a Muslim to run for president?
Probably not. But you never know.
Worldview. I ain't even talking about so much religion. It's the thought of the process to understand, like, that's different for me. It's just another mechanism of programming. Just like nationalism. Like, Trump ran with that hard. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
With it. He's been successful with it, but we're not. You got a message that resonates with a certain group of people that live in certain areas of the country, the right areas of the country. Allah, be the president. Oh, we're not. But hey, I mean, what can you do? Killer Mike had a good speech a while ago. You actually brought it to my attention, so thank you.
Oh, you talking about when he was talking about getting off the plantation?
Oh yeah.
They don't like that talk, bro. Like, they don't want to hear that, bro.
That's what's really necessary, though.
But they don't want to hear it, though. Like, Killer Mike, just to break it down for people that don't know, man, we had some little technical difficulties this evening. But I wanted to throw the video up there for y'all so y'all can see it, man. But you can Google it. Just go to YouTube and type in Killer Mike and put in plantation afterwards. And it was a conference that Diddy threw in Atlanta. And it basically was breaking down the state of the black culture, like where we was at, black people, like where we going. And Killer Mike basically just had a few words and he broke it down. He said, man, what we see on this stage is people fighting over who got the best master. And that's ultimately, like, I feel still, man. I think, like, people don't think out the box enough. And it's like the people that came before us, the prominent people that we remember that made change, they thought out the box. Whatever their conditions was at the time, they thought outside of that. They knew pressing and pushing the envelope was going to get them the results that they needed. So, you know, man, it's frustrating, bro. And that's why I thank you for coming on, bro. Like, that's the reason for these podcasts and for the discussions to happen. You know, not to cut the conversation or pause off, but, you know, want to pause and recognize some more people for commenting. You know what I'm saying? And then we can build some more. We got Kenny. You know, he slid back in. He was talking about, Kenny said integrating didn't hurt us. It accelerated the process of catching up. Intellectually slaves to free. But we're supposed to get that education and bring it back to our households. We did, Kenny. But we can also talk about Black Wall Street. But there's even more stuff that we can go deep on. Black Wall Street, let's be real about it. They wasn't integrating with people. Black Wall Street was on their own. And they kind of set themselves apart and did what they did. And that's why people got jealous. And they came through and did what they did because racist pigs gonna be racist pigs.
You know what? Flip that up. Why couldn't white people come in and integrate with us? Why we always got to be trying to integrate with what they do?
Why is that even? Why is it? Like,
that's the whole thing.
When I hear like integration, I hear more of those things that talk like that. It's like when I hear people say, "Oh, that was the first black person that did this. That was the first black person that did that." I don't care, bro. Like, I really don't. In the scheme of things, it's great that we move into positions and we moving up and we doing things. But if we only celebrating that part of it, bro, we missing out on so much more of it. Like, that's why kids don't think in the way that they do. You highlight one person. Let's highlight the field. Let's talk about how much bread, like, not even get so personal, the field we work in, the audio and visual field. Like, kids ain't taught about that in school.
Not at all. I didn't know anything about it until I got older. Oh, we're not. They're not teaching kids how to make money out here. They're teaching kids how to be workers.
Right. Keeping that same dogma going like all the
and they want you to be a certain type of worker or whatnot. So that's a subject for a whole nother.
I agree with Kenny though what he said about we supposed to bring it back, but a lot of other countries, not a country, a lot of other peoples, they do that, man.
Yeah.
Kenny said that shit was trash. They was trying to use Jesse Jackson as a tool to pacify the people. Right. That's what we talking about, that pandering.
Yep.
Wifey jumped in. She said, yep, more of our own people in these positions. I understand. We do got to get our people in there. Darwin, you know, he gave us a little shout out. He said, talk that ish. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, D. That's what we on.
What up, D? What up, D?
We also want to let people know, man, that this podcast is open for everybody to come to, man. Like, this ain't just about our opinions. Like, it's about everybody joining in the discussion. We basically
the only way you move things forward. The only way we move things forward is not only discuss it, but we need to be doing action, right? Yeah. And so this is one of those steps in an action plan.
You know, when your boy came out last week talking about some you ain't black and you questioning voting for me, like, bro,
that's your boy. That's your boy.
Ain't my boy. Like I say, he wasn't invited to the barbecue. He was just a +1, bro. Like, I'm just keeping it 100, man.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. He living off. We not voting. This is what we need to, as a black people, understand. We're not voting for Barack Obama.
Right.
Joe Biden. We're not voting for Barack Obama. We're not putting Obama back in office. This is a whole nother person. You know what I'm saying? Just because he acted a certain kind of way when he was under Obama does not mean he's going to act that exact same way, or even uphold those same policies. It's not guaranteed that he's going to uphold those same policies that were in office when he was the vice president. Right. We got to take that as a fact. We got to take that for what it is. And go back what we see, not off what we believe is to be true, and to believe that we not to go off what we believe we want to happen. Go off what we see, and what we see is somebody who I see personally taking the Democratic, taking the black vote for granted, just because he was vice president to Barack Obama. So automatically, black people are supposed to vote for him. That's clearly not the case. Clearly not the case. People just need to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are not voting for Obama. This is a whole nother guy.
That's what Charlamagne was asking him, man. He was asking what basically black folks are gonna get for voting for him, and he kept avoiding it. He was kind of falling back on what you said, like, man, check my record, man. 25 years.
No, that's Obama's record, man. Not your record. We know what your record is. We know what your record is, Mr. Crime Bill. We know what your record is, Joe.
When I seen Joe was moving ahead, or Bernie, bro, I started to look in a little bit deeper, because, when he came out with The Rock, we looked at him and, checked him out, and we respected him. We gave him credit off The Rock. You know what I mean? He was talking that ish, coming in with a little slide comic, similar to how Trump is with his little antics and stuff like that, just them one-hitter quitters and dropping them down. And, doing the research, like, bro, just be lying, man. Like, I think he getting up there in age, and his health.
Why you sound surprised?
Right. His health's getting to him. And so with that being the case, man, I don't know if I want 8 years of Joe, man. I don't know if I do. You know what I mean?
4 more years of Trump?
I don't know if I want 4. I definitely don't want 4 more years of Trump. I'm just be real about it. And it's kind of like you put in an awkward situation. Like, man, I kind of want to, like, set an example for, like, the generations after us. Like, let's really get serious about politics. Let's really start finding people that we want to support, and not just jump into the party.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean? We are in the party system in this country.
But what I'm saying is that if we just fall into that line and keep going back and forth, it's going to stay like that. We're going to have to fall out and do that. And so, like, most people who talking online telling people to vote like that, they're not talking about, like, the electoral college, bro. They're talking about, like, the popular vote, like getting people out to vote. It's like people in Chicago talking to other people in Chicago about voting Democrat, voting the Democratic ballot. Like,
it's not even the Democrat or Republican ballot. Remember, black people used to be Republicans.
Yeah, that's true.
In the times of Lincoln. Then we switched up to Democrats. Democrats used to be the racist party. Right. Democrats used to be part of the Ku Klux Klan, which people don't even really talk about like that. We used to be Republicans, and then when the ideals changed, we switched over to being Democrats or whatnot as a race. But my thing is, we need to be, no matter what party, we need to have a list of, like, I was hearing some good energy from Killer Mike. It's like, we as a people need to stick together, which we don't do anyway, stick together and come up with a list of demands to any candidate. Like you saying, any candidate. This is what we need. And if you can't give us the things that we need to have, that we need on this list of demands that we're giving you, then we can't vote for you. We can't. And just stop doing it. Stop voting for people just because of the party because you're Democrat. Vote off the religion. Vote off what matters to you.
Be strategic, like you were saying, man. Like, you gotta be smart with it. And I don't know. Like, I think I'm just tired of the pandering, man. I'm so tired of it, man. A little pause real quick to let everybody know. At the Nightcap, it's late night. We getting it in. We talking. We drinking. Let y'all know what I'm off of. I'm off the Duce tonight. Still trying to support black, you know what I'm saying, at all costs. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I can't say that because I got my rep thing going on, man. You already know what it is, man.
You could have bought it from a black-owned store. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro. Like, as long as that's part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? I know some of those people out there, like, man, they drinking the white man's poison, drinking that alcohol.
They drinking it too. It's time.
Right. But, I don't know, man. I just hope that more people could come in and deal with us over time. I just want these conversations to be riveting, man. Like, uplifting, man, at the same time. You know what I mean? We're going to be digging in on some more, chewing people out. But at the same time, I want people to be able to get inspiration.
This ain't even, but it's not even really about chewing people out. Yes, discussions will be had where people want to voice their concerns, voice their opinions, vent, basically. But it's really more about while we vet, we should be coming up with solutions of how we solve our problems. Because we as people can't keep playing the woe is me world role. Personally, the opportunities are out there, right? We just got to take them and be educated about the opportunities in the first place. So that's just more about our personal understanding of just getting to know and just looking for knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So we're not out here looking for knowledge to get better, than how we expect to get better.
Right. Man, it's crazy that we still dealing with this stuff in this time. It's 2020, it's Corona, it's so much that's going on. And it's like we got divisiveness between us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's good to have conversations, but at the time, it seemed like people are attacking each other over differences of opinion. And it's like, I might joke with you over a difference of opinion, to crack a little ha, but it's never nothing demeaning or want to slander you. Like, my humor is a little sick and a little cold, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's all in love, but it's still some type of intelligence to the joke, and it's still something that's deeper. Like, I posted some pictures of Steven from Django, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite characters ever, Samuel Jackson killed the part. But
Yeah.
to me, it seems like it's house nigga mentality when you don't even perceive to go to the point of opening up that box to see what's outside of it. You just closing stuff inside the box and don't want to come out and see what's out there. And it's funny though, man. I don't know if it's built out of fear, but it's just like it's one of those things that it is built out of fear. I can't just say that for everybody.
This thing was put
right.
As far as the black people concerned, you already know where that came from. Our our just philosophical where I'm at. Well, let's just say basically where our mind is in regards to unity or whatnot. But you know, they broke that up from us a long time ago with the Willie Lynch letter. Just telling them, just telling their fellow white folks how to keep us apart. And that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And we still see that today. And it's crazy because that was written in the 1600s.
Yeah, what I say is that, like with the Willie Lynch letter, that was like the way it was told to us is not how it was. Now, those mentalities and those processes, even like Jim Crow, it was still to a point where like it was taught to the masses. They need just no letter. You see what I'm saying? Like
it was taught to the masses, but the masses perpetrated down.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, it was so ingrained into them, bro. They didn't need the letter. You see what I'm saying? Like that's like propaganda, and propaganda adds on to stuff. Like it was already something set before the propaganda was needed to add on. You see what I'm saying?
Where did the idea come from, though?
Even before that, it didn't come from just from that letter.
I'm not saying that, but that just put it in writing the playbook on how to keep a particular. I'm not even gonna say black, just a particular race apart, and to turn a particular race against each other. Yeah. And I'm just saying, we still seeing the effects of that today. But we're not. Culture, we're still standing back looking at the house burning.
Like, so it's certain things when you look at when people be like, Eve ate the apple. It's like it don't say Eve ate an apple. You know what I mean? Like it's just like that. It's like it's something within that context, and it's like something that came with it. But like I don't know, man. Like propaganda is one part of it that comes from a person's thoughts, and those thoughts are based on their culture and their situations and their reality. Like we know the history of white folks. Even before they started using propaganda to spread what they was kicking, they were coming in and doing what they was doing. So I don't know, man. It's like, is it something built genetically? And that's one of those things like people find to be offensive. But like I look at black folks, a lot of times, man, we love it. And I know a lot of loving white folks. Like I got a lot of good friends that's Arabic. Not like that's a race or something like that, but I guess you could say that from the language and whatever. But people know what I'm talking about. But as far as that, like, man, bro, like it's love everywhere, but like conditions matter. Like you put a dog in a kennel where it's a whole bunch of obedient dogs, most likely that dog will be aggressive or scared or whatever, it's going to affect them. Not to compare us to dogs, but to animals or whatever that you put in conditions. It's one of those things like you can't help it. And it's like I sit back at times and I look at the people and I say, man, like it's something deeper, bro. Like it's something much deeper. I guess they call it tribalism. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that people like to connect with each other and feel that and act from that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's why we need to have conversations to challenge people to their biases, man. Like We gotta open it up, bro. It gotta get opened up. Otherwise, we're gonna have to kick off the race war. And I don't know if everybody ready for that.
Nah, never know. It's crazy out here.
But like I'll be conflicted in the race war, like on certain things. Like I'm gonna be on my side, and there ain't no problem with that. But like that's why I don't like just picking sides up there, because I know good people of other races. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just joking at this point, but I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. Like, where your allies at? I respect to my friends that I seen on my timeline today that spoke out about the injustices that's been happening lately. My friends of other coaches, like that's the respect. I see y'all, man. I do. That's no bullshit.
And go ahead, go ahead.
At the same time, like I got that out the way first, so I can put like a real spiel. Like it's on part of all of us. Like if I'm in a fight and I'm getting jumped, and you say you my boy, and you don't help out, we got a problem. If I'm getting my ass beat and you don't help out, we have a problem.
No matter what race you are. That's
right.
just.
I'm just saying, general GP, you my guy, whatever. That's why I use that analogy. Like, if you not helping me out, then I'm gonna help you out. Especially if you in a situation where, you know, it's reverse, where you in a black neighborhood, and I got some boys that I know, and I gotta say, hey, y'all, that buddy, he good. You know what I mean? Versus now some shit happened to me, and you ain't outraged, and you ain't going through or calling motherfuckers on their shit. Excuse me the language, y'all, but the drink's kicking in. But with that being the case, man, it's just like, that's what we need. We need more people to step on an individual basis. Like, everybody ain't gonna be the leader and the politician and the leader in the music industry, the athlete, or those people. Like, but we can all play our part individually.
What they say in basketball, bro? Be a star in your role.
Right. and also in basketball, your team is only as good as its weakest player. That's real. Like, we can't count on you to be as good as the rest of us. You know, it's hard, man. And you know, that's another discussion. So let's kind of slide to the third conversation, man. It was good on that bill, man. So talking about gender roles, and it's mostly like in relationships, man. Like the man Gilly the Kid, you know, he probably a bit controversial for a lot of people. But,
I saw that video, bro. I saw that video, man.
That was real. But for the people out there that didn't see it, he basically was saying you don't get no brownie points for being a daddy. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be a good daddy. And he also said it in reverse. He said you don't get no brownie points for being a mommy. But he kind of ruffled some feathers when he went in and said that he considered women to be lazy when they just be stay-at-home moms. And the conversation got a little heated and got a little spicy. So I knew that was gonna be a great conversation for home. So I don't know if any women still out there that's still tuned in with us. Gilly said that y'all lazy if y'all stay at home and raising babies. I don't agree with him. I'm kind of low.
Wait, what? Hold on, bro. Bro. Let me clarify.
That's
just one little quick point, bro.
Okay.
He said that if that's the only thing that they have the ambition to do.
And that's why I'm still adding that little precursor on there. Like,
that's what I said. He said that your only ambition is to stay home and have babies.
Right.
And with the way he said it, then you a lazy bitch. Right? That's the way he said it.
That's the way he said it, yeah.
Nah. But
I can't agree with all that, man. I don't know, man. People are different. You know what I mean? It is a crazy double standard that you ain't gonna be fine old woman, definitely no black woman, that's gonna say, all right, honey, you can stay at home and raise the kids. You know what I mean? It won't be, it's the double standard, but it's all good because I don't want no woman to take care of me and I don't want to stay at home. I love my kids, but I got to get out the house. Like, I got to move. Working is a part of that. My pops taught me that since I was little. I've been working, bro, so it ain't no problem. But what Gilly went wrong at when he started doing the name call, right? That's going to throw off so many people.
Did he?
Yeah, bro. He went wrong because when you start name calling, bro, you ain't going to have the same conversation that you would if somebody is open for you just having a regular nightcap or, you know what I mean, just a kickback or just kicking it real with them. Like, and I think that's what a lot of people miss out on. Sometimes people feel like they the high and mighty and they got to lay the law. But if you even question it, like the same things that he was saying, if he posed it differently, bro, he could have had a better conversation than what he had.
He could have, but I'm flipping on you like this, bro. Would we even be talking about what he said if he didn't say, "You a lazy bitch"? Sometimes you use cuss words and you use the language to get somebody's attention, right? Snap, I need your attention right quick. And now I can have, once I got your attention, now I can talk to you in a way that you can understand. Some people only understand that form of language.
Yeah, but
right?
But that's what I'm saying. He ain't that for everybody. Like
It's not that for everybody, but sometimes that's what you got to get their attention first, and then you can talk to them.
Yeah, but that's
That's
giving character, and I ain't not.
That is giving character, or whatnot. But all right, I mean, that's how he felt.
That's him though. But like I said, man, like if I'm gonna have that conversation, which we having right now, it's more like I'm driven by a woman that's driven. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman out there getting hers and grinding, like it's gonna make me grind more because I can't have her coming back with more than I got. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't happen. And I'm more the ones that's like, you know, let's fuse this. Like, I don't need your money to do all the stuff that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we gonna put money up and we gonna be safe. We gonna have something that we sitting on. So like if we need something, it ain't no problems. It ain't gonna be, well, like, ooh, I need this or ooh, I need that. You know where to go to get it. It's already right there. It's not even like
power couple, you know.
But people, bro, they still be caught because like the generations before us, we didn't get taught certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't see it. Like I had a few, and I was gracious to have a few couples that was married around me. My grandparents, the Masons. You know what I'm saying? My grandma was married but divorced before I got there on my mama's side. But then I had the Hutchersons. I had all the people that I grew up in the church with, from the Bankheads to the Duncans. Like, I mean, so many people, bro, that I seen marriages. But like the ins and outs, I didn't find out until I got into one. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the real deal. And I think it's like so many generations that they don't see the benefits that come from that. And ideally, I'm gonna be straight up. Marriage ain't for everybody, bro. Like everybody ain't supposed to be married. And everybody ain't supposed to have kids.
And I'm gonna say, ideally, a lot of people have not seen a successful marriage. I'm gonna tell you, me personally, in my personal lifetime, personal to me, I have not seen a successful. I mean, like a successful marriage of not of my peers, but people that was older than me or whatnot. Okay. So it's just kind of like all I've seen is just a lot of broken homes. You know, you got the mother or you got the daddy raising the kids, but that's really what we see. Or we're not seeing two people together in holy matrimony, sticking it out for 50 years. That's why we talk about it so much, because it is an anomaly nowadays, as opposed to just being the norm.
Yeah, but you know what I want to give it up to, because you do a good job of it, being, you know, single parents. Like being a single parent, bro, that's tough as hell. Because like,
bro,
your life is still not the same. You know what I mean? Like you parenting, but like as a father who don't have the kids around, I was in that situation before. You know what I mean? Like, bro, just the thought process of your kids going to sleep and they someplace that you ain't, you know what I mean? If something can happen and they can't reach out and get to you. As a father, bro, I
still deal with it right now, bro. It ain't over with. Never stop dealing with that.
So that's what I'm saying. So like that stuff, bro, I don't like feeling like that as a man. Like I need to be in control and in charge of situations that I can be. You know what I mean? Like as much as I can be, always. And so it falls into line that, you know, it makes you want to not be selfish about yourself. It's a bigger goal. Your family is really the thing. Mm-hmm. So, you know, life can be pressing. And I think people, if they're in situations where it's not working out for them, you don't just stay because of your kids and stuff like that. You know, you work it out because you can't co-parent and raise beautiful kids. I was raised in a single household and I feel like I turned out well, shit. But doing all the things that we went through and all the obstacles that we had, like we know friends, we got guys that we could speak on that had shit that was crazy, but they ain't make it out of because they probably didn't have that two-parent family household like you was talking about.
It's not even that. It show personal will though. I'm saying I refuse to
and where do you get that?
I mean, that's a whole other topic, but
no, go in because it's talking about parents.
Where
did you get your personal will from though? Since you bringing it up,
your personal will, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like
I'm asking you, bro. Where did you get your personal will from? Like which parent or which person that brought you up? Can you identify where you got it from?
I put it like this. I got my personal will.
Or drive. That's another word too.
My personal drive.
Yeah.
From being at the bottom, bro.
Okay. You don't think you learned that from somebody? You just picked it up on your own?
No, my mama I always seen my mama work hard. My mama worked extra hard for all three of us, you know, whatnot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She gave us everything she could. She did all she could. I mean, it wasn't much, but it got us to where we need to go or whatnot. I mean, she did a damn good job. My personal will, my will to work, comes from her, from seeing her do it every day,
Right.
all the time, or whatnot, struggling with us or whatnot. But where I put it to work was when I was at the bottom. Like at the bottom. You don't know what you got. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you're capable of or not capable of until you've reached that point where it's either this or die, basically, right? And I hate to even use those terms, but what else could you turn to? Because you could either sit here and feel sorry for yourself that you sleeping on the red line, or you can get the fuck up and go do something and better yourself.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand when you get to a certain point, and we all do, and that's a blessing to your mindset. Like, that's something that you got that, like, you can see from your own experience that everybody else ain't got. And so I feel like it's just human nature that we pick up these things. Like, I learned how to wake up every day and go work. Like, my mom did it all the time, my grandma did it all the time, but it was my pops, bro. Like, the time that I spent with my pops, though it was short, like, he taught me a lot, like, to the point where, like, it's how I move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see how he moved, and this how I move. Like, I get my own bread. I'm always out and I'm moving about. Like, you ain't gonna never too much find me in one spot. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much like, I got my guys and my people I kick it with, but I'm a loner, similar to like how my pops was. And it's just like, I'm gracious for that time that I had with him for those 4 or 5 years, even the 2 or 3 years that I stayed with him. I learned that from him. So that's what I'm saying. Those people that you were talking about before that don't drive and stuff like that, sometimes people don't know how to pick it up like how we did. You know what I mean? They don't get it. And it's
or
like,
you don't pick it up, or you don't pick it up until you have to. These things in your face the whole time. It's not only your parents that's telling you
that's
this.
what I'm saying. It's other folks.
It's people in your life that's telling you this stuff the whole time, and you only see the implication, not even the implication, but you only start to learn the lesson when you have to learn the lesson.
And that's another point, like you talking about what we was talking about earlier, with people of other races coming to our aid. You know what I mean? Until it happens to them, they ain't gonna know to run and come help us. You know what I mean? And that's that experience of life that teaches you. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's people who taught us how to do that because they went through that. You know what I mean? They got that lesson before, and so they was able to shape it and give it to us. Like, I look at the way like I'm raising my kids. My kids got way more opportunities than I had, a lot more, because I took what my parents gave me, and then we added more. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's tough to everybody.
And that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. That's what as a people, oh goodness, as a people, that should be our mindset, right?
All right, brother Kelvin.
Not continuing the cycle, not continuing the circle, right?
Yeah.
Let's break out of this, right? I mean, your kids should be better than you were. And if every generation is thinking like that, then our kids in the future should be damn near millionaires or not. Why are we not teaching our kids about financial literacy that they're not teaching in school? Why are we not teaching our kids about real Black history other than the stuff that they go over in school? Why are we not teaching our kids? I mean, just come on, bro. I mean,
you kind of got to have a game, bro, before, you know what I'm saying, they
that's the thing. You know? What we doing right now, the information that's out here right now, we have the game.
Yeah.
We got it.
But like I said,
we got the game, bro. We need to go ahead and put this shit together and teach it and pass it down instead of just letting TV, Real Housewives of fucking New York or LA or Atlanta, all that stupid shit. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend nobody who actually like that.
Bro,
we gotta stop letting entertainment teach us and teach our own kids.
But you can't overindulge in it. Everybody gonna do what they do and have fun. But what I'm saying is, bro, like, we progressing. And what I'm saying is that this is one thing we gotta be real about. We really have to be real about. Like, it's not so much, I won't say it's selfish, but we like the instant gratification, like the other generations do. We in that too. We kind of want it right away. And you kind of gotta plant the seeds. Imagine people in the past having that conversation, bro. Like, you know, you demand it now.
How much better off would we be?
You demand it now. You keep going. You don't, settle, but you be content with your progress because you know that you're working hard. Now, you're not content with it when you know you're not working hard. You know what I'm saying? But like, I look at the Black woman, man. The Black woman is killing it right now. Like, period, bro. Period. Like, it's even to the point where we gotta like step our game up. Black men, we do our thing. We we beating a lot of stereotypes, and there's a lot of bogus stereotypes out there that's about us. But like the women are showing it in the numbers, and that's where it's at, bro. Like, it's no BS, bro. Like, I see a lot of bros, and even myself, we sit on our potential, bro, and we don't go out and get it. We don't take the advantage of what we can. And it's like, how many of us was taught that from before? That's not the excuse.
Exactly. You
That's
only
not the,
know
it's,
what you
it's not,
don't
it's,
know what you don't know.
right. It's not the excuse, but it is like a real check to yourself to say, okay, I got to seek this out. And that's where the bridges of the gaps supposed to come in at. But it's tough, man. Like, it's tough, man. It's super tough because we don't have like a system of mentors. And I think I found mine in the church. But at this point, I don't go to church. But I think like I still have my mentors from those beginnings. They still there because I still keep in contact and stuff like that. But we need something more than that for the youth. Women involved too. Like I know I'm gonna throw this shout out there, but K Love, she got a girls group that my daughter goes to. I was telling you about your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like that shit dope as hell, bro. Like she make build up self-confidence. They learn history. They put on shows. She put them on their grind. Like she allowed them to express themselves and be creative. And so like we just need to embrace more stuff like that. That's why, bro, I got title. I told you I drink Douce. I buy black. You know what I mean? I try to do that as much as I can, bro. Even from my people of other colors, I try to buy from them and support them as much as I can. To let them know, like, we got to spread this wealth around. They got to go around so we can grow. Because
we got to spread the wealth around, but we need to start spreading around our own goddamn community first. And then we can start spreading wealth to everybody else's community. But fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help you if I'm not right.
Yeah.
We as a people need to be on that. We always so quick to help everybody else. We don't help everybody else's goddamn causes, but ain't nobody else trying to help us with our cause. Or not. I can't help you if I'm not right. If we as a people are not right, then we can't help the next people. We got to get our own shit in order before we start looking at everybody else. Before we start looking at everybody else's and worrying about everybody else's business. So
right, check in real quick, and I totally agree with you, bro. We're gonna check in. Darwin say, we got the game, but we lack communication. Then he had another comment. He said, too many discouraging things going on, and a lot of black men are not mentally capable to overcome it. We don't like to deal with our feelings and our insecurities. It's a lot of men with low self-esteem, and it's by design. Yeah, that's true. We know it's by design, bro.
That is.
That's why we need to change it. So, like, that's why you need to educate yourself, not to be on super woke shit or no Umar shit, but you do got to know thyself. You got to know, like, the history and all the things that come with being black in America. So,
I hear what Don was saying. I hear what Don was saying, man. Well,
and Flo jumped in too. Wifey Flo.
That shit sound like an excuse, bro.
Hold on. Wifey Flo jumped in too. She said the resources are there. Jermaine Bavetta say, "What's up? What up, Jermaine? Thanks for serving and serving, bro. You doing some shit that I don't think I could do. Props to you and X and all y'all who ever served in service. That's respect. I'm too outspoken. They would have kicked my ass out." What you say? Like, this shit racist. Give me 50. Fuck 50. It's 50 years of slavery. No. But we had some dope comments, man. Flora jumped on, wifey. She jumped on and she was like, the resources are there, which is true. I see her every day grinding hard using those resources.
Are there. The opportunities are there. We have to cash in on them, and we need to learn about them. Yeah. Like I said, we do AV. I've been doing this for like almost 8 years now, whatnot. But before I got into that field, I had never even known about it. Right? It's like it's so much opportunities, so many ways that you can make money out here that are not being told to us. And in fact, with all this information at our fingertips, we're not even like trying to learn it or whatnot. We just got to get ourselves out there and get ourselves out of this mindset of just doing what we do on a daily basis, and that's it. That's the end of life. There's so much more to life than that. When you thirst for knowledge, you will grow as a person. If you thirst for knowledge, you will grow as a people.
And and I kind of agree with you, like you were saying when you was talking about the when you were saying like it's really not an excuse because they don't have two parents in the household. But man, bro,
I slept on the red line, bro. Stop it, G.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like you got to a point when you was grown. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can come up from that shit, bro.
The biggest thing that affects you, bro, is what happens in your early development, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your later teenage years and all that. It's young, bro. It's super
It is
young.
Even
But
in your late teenage years, you still can come back from that shit, bro.
What I'm saying, bro, is before you 7. So if you learn a quitter's mentality, right, before you 7, and don't nobody check it, what you gonna be when you grow up?
You could be a quitter.
You gonna be that. Like, right. Like it's some
you have to stay a quitter though, bro.
Bro, it's some people out. Look, bro, it's some people out here, and I know people personally, bro. They like to host pity parties, bro. It's something wired into them that they want to do that. Like they like the sympathy. They like that feeling of people coming to their rescue and saving them. Like they even put themselves in situations where that's the case. Like, so that's mental, bro. Like,
but you can't get mad at them.
Yeah.
But acting the way they act, you get mad at the people that study enabling this behavior or when.
What is that?
I can't throw a pity party if ain't nobody gonna throw it. I can't throw a pity party if ain't nobody here to pity me, right?
Kelvin, what do you do?
Recognize that shit and just call it out.
Kelvin, what do you do when that's a baby daddy and you a single mama now, and that's your baby's father, and he the nigga that do that? Like, what do? You see what I'm saying? Like, you kind of got to just do it on your own and say, fuck that motherfucker.
Think for yourself. Think for yourself, right?
Man. But it makes it harder though. You see what I'm saying? It's not like when you got two people that act accordingly, bro, that's about business, even if they ain't together. As long as they focus is raising you, if that's what their mentality is and that's what they got, you're going to be better off. But a lot of people don't have it. And so we dealing with people who don't get that. And so, like, I knew I had love growing up, bro. I knew people loved me, and I knew that they wanted more out of me and that they demanded more out of me, and I couldn't just slide with BS. You see what I'm saying? Like, that was established. But if you don't have that established and it's not required of you, I learned that. I didn't know that shit. I didn't come out just being like that, like, I'm going to prove motherfuckers that I can keep up or that I'm a good person. Like, I learned that shit. And so I learned it from the people that brought me up. And so that's what matters. And everybody ain't brought up by good people. And it's fucked up. So what do you do with those situations?
Like this, bro. Because I was, man, when you raise poor and you didn't have nothing, bro, like really nothing. The average, I ain't gonna say the average, but something inside you should drive you to the point like, I don't want to live my life like this. I don't want to be poor, like this poor, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm 40, I'm 35, I'm 30, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to live my life like this. This cannot be all there is to life. Something inside has to drive you to be better. Nobody can put fire into you, bro. That's something that you have already. I can stoke the fire if it's in you, but I can't put the fire in you or whatnot. That comes from your environment. Like, I'm not going to sit and just go with the fact that, yes, you are a product of your environment, but I'm not going to go with the fact that you just can't change or not.
Some people, and this is what I think this look, bro, I think this is what we differ. This is where I think we differ at. I believe that some people just ain't gonna change. And they're here to serve those lessons in life, to learn that lesson in life, whatever that lesson is for them. And they serve as examples for other folks. I'm not saying you give up on them, but you don't go out your way and mess yourself up trying to save somebody else. You can't do that. And I think that's what we agree at. But it's certain people out here, like you saying, like, oh, you can change. What I'm saying is that there's some people out here, bro, that can't change. And they never will change. And they're going to go to the grave like that. And we have to be cool with that, because there's a lot of racist people in this world. The only way that we're going to get rid of their problems is they got to die. That's the only way we're going to get rid of them, because they're not going to change.
And I understand, and I completely understand that they're not going to change or whatnot. And that's cool and all. I guess what I'm trying to say is the fact that I'm not going to just accept the fact that it cannot happen because it has not before, right?
I get you. Don't give up faith, but some people just show you who they are.
Yeah, they show you who they are, but but those are the same people that have platforms to sit here and complain about shit. That's kind of they got
I'm glad you brought it up. Perfect segue, my nigga. Keep going.
I'm just saying they got the platforms to sit here and complain about shit, but they not just moving shit forward. I mean, it's basically just that woe is me shit. And if you got the platform to say that shit to millions of fucking people, then what the hell you think people gonna think about? Right. That's what's gonna be in their mind subconsciously or whatnot.
And so that's what I'm saying.
Almost who got not the worst message, but not the best message, who got the loudest goddamn voices. And that's what people want to who want to listen to. because it's not mad to I'm gonna say to gravitate towards negativity for whatever reason. So I mean that's all I really got to say about that. It's just
But man, I like that point that you went to, like talking about people online, and it's just like we spend a lot of time online, and even around these people, around each other, and we talk and we kick it or whatever. Not lately because of Corona, but like man, that energy, that negative, evil energy, bro, like always bringing up the negative stuff. I go online sometimes and I go down my timeline. It be like, bitches ain't shit, niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. How about y'all just say people ain't shit? Certain people ain't shit, and we'll keep this cool because when y'all use divisive words like that, it don't do shit but put us at each other, and it doesn't cause for any type of building or us getting better. It's like you could call a motherfucker out on this shit by telling a story or presenting a situation from a movie or something. Let's talk about that instead of directly making it about the opposite. Like you gain shit from that because it's a turn off for me. Like I hear you talking that shit, I'm just like, you stupid. Like I'm not even giving you any credit past that because your approach is disrespectful. Like man, if we gonna talk, we can joke and kiki and talk about some shit, but at the same time, it's not demeaning. And I think a lot of these people messages they don't have like a lot of cheer. I mean, they spoke. It's on them. It's social media. It's all fun and games too. But we can use certain platforms like a person like Sean King uses social media to help change shit and do different shit with. We don't have to always bullshit on it. Like you was talking about earlier, just watching basketball wives all day and shit.
I'm just saying this is it's just kind of crazy or whatnot. And you gotta keep our heads on. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, just see things for what it is and then react to that or whatnot. We won't change. We want things to be better. We got to make them better or whatnot instead of just crying about the shit. I feel like time I turn around, we just crying about some shit. All we do is cry about shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing shit to make us better or whatnot. And the crazy part is the voices that do, because there are voices that do try to push forward the narrative of us being better as a race, but those voices get drowned out by the few that put negativity in the air or whatnot, because that's what we automatically are drawn to or whatnot. It's a guy I'll be watching on MSNBC. I forget his name, but he like the head of the Poor People's Campaign or whatnot. And I don't understand why that's not stuff like that is not magnified or whatnot to the point where that should be in everybody's faces.
You right, bro. Hey, I ain't trying to cut you out, but I just read something online.
Oh yeah, bro.
It say when Dudley started talking about politics, he skipped all Mr. Jackson classes, and they tagged Mr. Jackson in it.
I didn't skip his class. I love Mr. Jackson. The only father,
man. Hey, Mr. Jackson, we got some dope teachers though. But Mr. Jackson probably one of the dopest though.
He was dope teacher. He was dope teacher I've had.
Hey, bro, he put me on. He made me like history, bro. Like I ain't like history like that before, but he let me know what it was really in there about it.
Nah, he was. That's a whole nother thing too. But Mr. Jackson was good dude. Good dude, man. He's like sometimes you got those people who care when they don't even have to. He's one of those. He's one of those people, man. He's the dopest guy I know. One of the dopest guys. We're not. Shout out to him.
Man, totally tweet, bro. I'll go to share it on Instagram, man. Link to Facebook, but we'll throw a replay up, man. But bro, man, it's been amazing building with you tonight, man. This shit has been fun, man. I want to keep it to like an hour. I don't want to go too much farther past that. People that came in and engaged, I appreciate them. We're gonna be back next week, same time, same Nightcap channel. I'm saying we're gonna work on the streaming a little bit better. We should have some better presentations for y'all next week.
It's only gonna get better, man. We appreciate y'all coming out and spending time with us tonight. Like y'all don't even know how much it's made to us. Real talk. I mean, we're gonna keep drinking. We're gonna keep talking about all these issues that concern us, and we're gonna keep it moving. You know, like I said, we're not gonna just complain about it. We're gonna discuss ways of how we can move forward and basically solve problems.
Right. Hopefully y'all found it entertaining. Next week, man, we'll post the topics up. The liquor kicking in. That's how we know it's time to get out. But I'm gonna post the topics up through the week. If y'all interested in coming in, we work off Zoom. So you gotta do is download the Zoom app. I'll send you an invitation. You can come on in. We can get this nightcap going and get everybody right. I hope y'all drunk up enough. Next week, no, bring you a drink. If you're gonna get your little poopy in, get your poopy in beforehand, or you can sit down in your house or whatever you want to do. But come back and kick it with us next week. Any other last words, my boy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, just be safe, be cool. I know the people, just to that comment, I know this is a different look for me. And I was telling Will about this as we was discussing, everything that we need to talk about. I know this is a different look for me. This is not something I'm comfortable doing. But you got to live with the fact of you got to live with being uncomfortable. That's the only way you get better at whatever. And you push forward and just be great or whatnot. So that's my whole thing for this podcast, my boy Will, you know what I'm saying? Just everything. We appreciate all the love. And we're gonna keep it going back at y'all, and we're gonna keep moving, being great.
Let's go. All right, y'all. Enjoy y'all night, man. It's 10 o'clock. Drink some more. Be safe. Peace.
Drink up.